Hello and welcome to Precon Decon, the video series where normally I deconstruct the pre-constructed decks of Magic the Gathering's history. This is a little bonus video here on Friday morning for you. So I think the first Planar Chaos deck has just gone up, that review there. I thought I'd do another one of these trash talk videos. I haven't done one of these in about a month. The last one I did, I don't think many people saw because I've had a bunch of new subscribers join the channel since I did the last trash talk video. So I just want to say hello, welcome to new people who have not seen one of these trash talk videos before. I've only done a couple of these before. If you want to go back and watch the other ones, fine. So this is kind of a little semi-regular video series where I talk about the sort of like the decks I'm building and using at Friday nights at my local game shop, and yeah, just generally just talk about things other than the deck reviews. So I'm just kind of talk about like what's going on, what I'm working on, either for the channel or just still Magic related. So yeah, just thought it'd be a fun little video to do just here on Friday morning. So the first thing I really want to talk about. So I hope you all had a really nice holiday period. I had a really nice holiday period. I want to talk about one of the gifts I got for Christmas, which was the Magic the Gathering visual guide. So this is like a super nice hardback like art book. It's a little pricey, I think, but I would definitely recommend picking this up if you have any interest in like the lore of Magic the Gathering, like the characters or the planes, the locations, the just general overall storyline. This is like a really good job of like catching you up with the lore and kind of introducing to the base elements. Because the thing, I like Magic the Gathering lore, but I find it a pain to kind of engage with it properly because it's like scattered everywhere. Like it's a bunch of kind of like short stories on the main WotC website. It's they're kind of all over the place, and you can only infer so much from like card art and stuff. So this visual guide is really useful, helping me catch up on like some specifics of the plot that I might have sort of glossed over. So yeah, it's a really nice book. It has like these nice big nice full color double spreads of important characters like Nicole Balas, and it tells you all about Nicole Balas and stuff like that, or it tells you about the different planes like Innistrad, tells you about historic events like Ice Age. It's just a really good book. I would say it's definitely worth picking up, and like I always like having this close by, like on a coffee table or something, or near my desk when I'm working, and I just have like 5 minutes where I'm not doing anything. I just like picking this up and just like turning to a random page and just like looking at really nice art and like reading some of the some of the background lore and stuff. It's just a really nice book. I fully recommend picking up if you if you can find a copy of it. Let's say it is a little expensive. It is like a hardback art book, but we play Magic the Gathering. We're used to spending a lot of money on cardboard and paper, I suppose. So I just wanted to really just kind of talk about that visual guide. Yeah, really good, really like it. But I want to talk about the Brothers War as well, because as of recording, that's the most recent sets that's out. We've got Phyrexia All Will Be One coming out in it comes, I think, a few weeks. I think previews start next week, maybe. I don't know. It feels like every season is preview season. It feels like we're always previewing new sets and stuff. I know that's an old complaint that that Wizards of the Coast really have their foot on the gas when it comes to releasing new products, and like we don't really feel like I don't know, it just feels like we don't catch our breath these days and really appreciate or enjoy sets that much, maybe because they're around for not that long, and then we're going straight into another one. I don't know, that's just how I feel. We're a long way from the days where we got like 3 sets a year kind of thing. But yeah, I just want to talk about the Brothers War because I think it's a pretty cool set. I really like that it goes back to the early days of Urza and Mishra. And as a set, I thought it was pretty interesting. It had some really cool cards in it, and I was like, I want to build some decks that use Brothers War cards. So, interestingly, on Reddit, I am on part of the Pre-Constructed Magic subreddit, and one of the users there, whose name I've just blanked on, I'll put it in the comments below. There's a small project on there where they've started making pre-constructed decks, kind of like like the old style, the ones that I review, based on new sets, which I thought was really cool. So they come with one called Proto Power, which is green and blue and focuses all on like power stones and the prototype keyword. And basically, yeah, they constructed it as if it was a WotC style pre-constructed deck, as in it's 60 cards, it has 2 rares, it has a certain number of uncommons, um, and it's there's kind of not really that many play sets. There's kind of more variety and stuff. And I thought this was like such a fun deck, and also it's like super cheap to put this deck together. So I put this deck together, and I ordered the cards actually last week, like right at the start of last week, from the site in the UK that I usually use, which is Magic Madhouse. But we have been having some postal strikes over here in the UK, so I didn't actually get these cards until 2 days ago. So I had to wait a week and a half for them, which is a shame because I really want to use this deck last Friday. But I'm going to use it this Friday because it's shown up, and I've put it all together, and I've got some lands and stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays. I've given it like a few like goldfish tries, just like playing out, see how it works, and I think it's gonna be really fun. You just make a bunch of power stones, and it's basically blue green ramp. And you ramp up into these huge artifact creatures, which have the really cool prototype ability, which means even if you can't ramp up and pay them their full cost, you can pay their prototype cost, and you get them at a smaller size, which is I think it's a really good ability, honestly. I think. So that's Proto Power, which is the green blue one. And they also made a black red one called Necrautomatons, which is a fantastic deck name. So this is black red. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. So yes, I'm sort of recovering from a cold. I've had a cold for a while, so that's not been fun. But yeah, so it's black red focusing all about Unearth, which came back in Brothers War, which is really cool. I think Unearth is a really cool keyword. I've just been recording the Alara Precon videos, so I've been talking about Grixis a lot, and talking about Unearth in that. So yeah, I've been already working hard on getting season 3 ready. I want to build up that backlog and get them ready for release probably in March, because by mid-February I think will be that's when the last season 2 video will be. So we'll have like a little gap, and then season 3 will probably start of March. Anyway. So it's a deck all about red, black, Unearth. Again, it was super cheap to put together because it's mostly just commons, uncommons, and it's a recent set as well. There's no like big money cards in here. Yeah, and again, I gave this a shuffle up and just did a sort of like test goldfish game with it, and yeah, I like how it worked. There's like some milling there to get stuff into your graveyard with, and then you can unearth it. So yeah, and I'm really looking forward to playing both of these and seeing how they work, and then tweaking them a little bit to make them into kind of like proper decks. Not proper decks, but like a bit more like consistency. I want to see what works well, and then kind of have more of that in a kind of like a refined version of it. But yeah, really looking forward to playing these, and I'm really glad there's someone in the community who went out and spent the time and effort doing this. If you're on Reddit, please come and join us in Pre-Constructed Magic. The user who made these 2 decks has also made 2 others. So a white-blue soldiers one, because that's one of the other archetypes in Brothers War is blue-white soldiers. And literally just today they posted the 4th one, which is black-white. What are they called? Urzamatics or something. Which again is all about. I haven't looked at that one too carefully, but it's in Brothers War. The black-white archetype is all about cheap creatures matter. So yeah, that looks really fun as well. I need to give that a proper look and maybe build that one. But yeah, I'm gonna have games with these 2 and hopefully have really a good time with them. So I ordered some other cards as well to finish other decks. So in my last Friday Trash Talk, I was talking about decks that I wanted to build, and one of them was Red Defenders. So I put together a deck list. I've ordered the cards. I've got all the cards for it now. So I'm going to use this deck tonight as well. Yeah, it is Red Defenders. So it's a bunch of creatures with Defender. And then a couple of Dead and Gone. I love Dead and Gone. It's a great spell. It's bounce in red. No one expects it. Slagwen Armor to make the defenders even tougher, and also that combos with the Walking Bulwark, which lets them attack and use their toughness to do combat damage. And Browbeat. I love Browbeat as a burn spell and also card draw. Yeah, I have no idea how this is going to work. I think I think it's going to take people by surprise that it's a red deck that's going to be very defensive. But yeah, I might just like not find a win condition, because really the win conditions are the 4 vent sentinels, which I can actually find with, I can find them with the shield wall sentinel. I can shoot for them. Obsidian Fireheart as well, which has the best reminder text in the game, which is like so Obsidian Fireheart is a mythic rare from Zendikar, and it has an ability where you put blaze counters on lands, and basically whoever has if a land with a blaze counter, it does 1 damage to its controller like every turn, and it has the best reminder text, which is the land continues to burn even when Obsidian Fireheart leaves the battlefield, kind of thing. It's something like that, yeah, and it's just such fun flavor text that it, yeah. Anyway, rambling about Obsidian Fireheart. So yeah, I've no idea how this is going to perform, but it's a deck I wanted to do for a while. I originally have built this deck before. It was red white originally. But I say with some of the newer cards that have been released since I built it, like 10 years ago, it can be mono red. So really looking forward to see how it performs. So I had 2 other decks that I wanted to build. I can't play these now, because like the key cards I need to make it work were sold out. I couldn't get them on any of the the normal UK sites I use. So this is Green Tree Folk, and again has this theme of using toughness to do combat damage. So all the creatures are fine. I had those. Yeah, the harmonize the rampant growth, that's all fine. The Tree Folk Umbra is fine. But the cards that need it the most, like Huatli and the Tower Defense and Assault Formation, sold out, couldn't get them. And those are like definitely the cards that make the deck work, because I say it's a deck that cares about Tree Folk dealing damage equal to their toughness rather than their power. And I say when you don't have the cards that let them do that, the whole thing sort of falls apart. So this is like 90% complete. This deck, I say, it just needs like 7 more cards, and then it's done. I was also massively surprised because I thought like, oh, I'll have maybe like a couple of Timber Protectors in there as well, because it's good like Tree Folk Lord, and because I have one, and I went to go and look for another one, just like, oh my god, it's like 25 quid for Timber Protector. I guess because it's only been printed once, so and I don't know, I can't just put like 1 copy of it in a deck. I've got to have at least 2. I think I could put 1 in there because technically you can shoot it up with Tree Folk Harbinger, but yeah, I was so surprised at how expensive like some of the old Lorwyn Lords are. But I say it's probably just because they've only been printed like the once. They've not been any in any like Commander products or anything. They haven't had a second printing. And the other one I really wanted to build and I can't play is this black white zombie deck, which I called Mummy's Boys. So it's the black white zombies from Amonkhet, which I really like. So again, this is a deck where I have most of it. I have the Cemetery Reapers, I have the Lords of the Undead, I have the Undead War Chiefs, I have the Mortifies, I have all the removal and stuff. But the main card that I need, the Wayward Servant, which is the one where whenever a zombie comes in, you everyone loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Again, sold out. And again, that's like a pretty vital card for the deck to work. Wayward Servant is the card in here that I'm expecting to do most of the work. Yeah, so again, I can't play this one. So again, this is another one that's like 90% complete. It's just needs the Wayward Servants and a few other cards. Well, I don't think they were sold out on Shamble Back as well. Which, I mean, Shamble Back is not necessary. I could replace that with something like oh, I can't remember what it's called. Vile Awakening, something like that. It's like 1 black, and it's like from an old core set. It's like 1 black, you exile a card from a library and you make a 2/2 zombie. Shambleback is just a little bit better, I think, because it gains you life as well. But anyway, so I could replace that. I might also like replace the Zealous Persecutions with Fleshbag Marauders, like for a bit of extra like removal. I do like Zealous Persecution, but I think it needs more zombies, honestly. But yeah, it's another annoying one that like I really wanted to play this one tonight, but yeah, just the cards aren't around. But anyway, so what trash are you talking? I'd really like to know, for those out there who are like still playing Magic or are interested in going back into it, like what decks are you currently playing? Like what formats do you play? Anything like that. What do you think of the Brothers War? What do you think? What are your thoughts on Phyrexia All Be One? Like literally anything about Magic you wanna say. Put a comment below, I always like reading people's comments, but yeah, that is this Friday's trash talk. It is complete trash, as said, and yeah, please, keep enjoying the review videos. I'm really happy that people are engaging with them and like leaving comments on them. It really makes me happy. Like every morning, I really like one of the first things I do is I wake up and I look at the you look at my YouTube channel and I look at comments on the videos and just like seeing that people are like looking at these videos and like leaving comments, like it really gives me so much motivation. I really am very, very grateful that people have found this channel and seem to like what I'm doing. So yeah, thank you so much for that. And yeah, I might do another one of these next Friday. I might report back to see how those Brothers War precons did, or I might not. We'll see. These are kind of semi-regular as the mood takes me. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling now, so I'm going to stop there. But have a good day.